episode of Dragon Ball Super, Goku, the greatest hero from Universe 7, finally goes toe-to-toe with Hit, the legendary Hitman from Universe 6. And Goku finally decides to bring back one of his greatest tried-and-true techniques. I'm talking about the Kaio-Ken! Ladies and gentlemen, this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super was kind of like a religious experience. Thank you, oh God of Destruction, Beerus, for delivering upon us this amazing episode of Dragon Ball Super, easily the best episode from the entire series. The battle between Hit and Goku is so freaking satisfying, not just from an animation standpoint, but for the fact that it actually starts to do something new. And even though that something new is just a combination of two old things, boy, does it spice up this week's episode. So, this one was really simple. It was basically just Goku and Hit just completely wailing on each other for the course of 21 minutes or so. But holy crap, was it satisfying, especially because Goku decided to immediately go into his Super Saiyan Blue form. And at first, they're basically just trading blows, with Goku actually doing very good, getting right up in Hit's face, literally kicking, punching him, and decking him right in his jaw. Damn, guys, this is just the first half of the episode, and it really sets up the amazing finale that is this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super. What's really cool, though, is that throughout the course of the entire episode, Hit is actually getting even better at using his time skip ability, able to slow it down just a little bit more as the episode is going on. And even though Goku is just dominating in the fight, Hit is still an amazing opponent. He still manages to push Goku back a number of times, and even manages to elbow him in the stomach this one time, which almost completely incapacitates him. That is until Goku finally decides to do the ultimate combination technique. A technique which could not be done until this moment. And you know what? It makes sense. We should have seen this technique a long time ago. Everybody has been saying, why have they not combined Super Saiyan with Kaio-Ken? The main reason being that you need a godlike body in order to contain that much power. A regular Super Saiyan would basically just explode if he used Kaio-Ken. But since the Super Saiyan God forms can control their ki that much better, they're able to encapsulate all of this power, effectively turning Goku into a being that might even have the ability to take down Beerus himself. And when he activates it in this episode, oh my god, this is one of the coolest transformation sequences from the entire series. I especially love the build up to it initially, where you start to see this red aura coming out from the blue in his body, and then suddenly it just disappears. The camera zooms in on Goku's face, and he just says, Kaio-Ken! And then it just explodes from his body, this giant eruption of red ki exploding into the sky. He still has his blue aura, and then suddenly his entire body turns crimson red. Red, blue, red. It's a sandwich of pure awesomeness, and he uses it against Hit in this amazing sequence where he gets right up in his face, punching, kicking him constantly, sending him into the air, and then hitting point blank with this massive Kamehameha attack. It's so well animated. The colors are so kick-ass. By the time I was done with this week's episode, I really felt like I just needed to sit down, have a beer and a cigarette, and I don't even smoke. It was that damn satisfying, guys. The choreography was there. All of the hits were incredibly impactful and had some great classic Dragon Ball sound effects behind them. And Goku was just vicious in this episode. Simply disturbing almost, especially when his skin turned red and he still had the blue aura with the red Kaio-Ken just emanating from his body. Damn, guys, this is what I've been wanting to see for so long, and there was only one thing that I think was missing from this episode, and that was some sort of reaction from King Kai himself, the Kai of the North. I even think it's a little strange that he's not here right now watching the tournament. The fact that Goku is using the signature technique that he taught him, I just wanted him to react to it at least once. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. That being said, this week's episode was all sorts of kick-ass. So, So, what's the rundown on this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super? Such a simple episode, but an incredibly satisfying one that had some great production value behind it. There were a lot of real classic moments in this week's episode, a lot of amazing imagery that I'm going to remember forever. A lot of those moments are definitely with Goku using his Kaio-Ken technique and combining that with the Super Saiyan Blue form. That was just really damned awesome. Really the thing that's going to make this episode right here, and yet I still don't know how this battle is going to conclude. Even with the preview for next week's episode, it is kind of hard to tell because Hit and Goku are going to continue to fight, but it looks like Goku might even be knocked out. It might be sort of an upset battle, which means Monaka might actually have to come in and fight after all, but we are going to have to wait and see. Maybe Goku has another secret technique up his sleeves. All I know is this right here was the episode that I've been waiting for, and I'm glad that they finally brought Kaio-Ken back because that was a really cool technique when it was initially introduced in the series. It sort of like changed everything, and yet they managed to up the ante even more with Super Saiyan, and since Super Saiyan was so impressive when it actually started in the series, they decided, who really needs Kaio-Ken anymore? And it was just sort of a forgotten technique, and a technique that's incredibly useful, although it always came at an extreme risk. With Kaio-Ken, your body is just completely destroyed, especially with how many times you decide to actually multiply that power. In fact, in this week's episode, I think he goes 10 times Kaio-Ken when he's in this form. And like I said, he's so powerful that even Whis mentions to Beerus that he might have the ability to defeat him at this point, which really makes Beerus a little, like, freaked out, which I think is really great. This might be the moment where he's finally surpassed him, and Goku using Kaio-Ken is really good too because he's one of the few characters in the series who can actually utilize the technique. This gives him a really big edge over Vegeta. You can see that sort of visibly annoying him just a little bit. Goku always manages to come out on top, but damn, this was a great return to an amazing technique from the series which has been forgotten and has been revived in one of the coolest ways possible. It also helps that Hit is just a really cool villain. The way he fights is also just really unique and different, and I like how his powers were evolving as the episode were going on, just as Goku's were going through some pretty massive changes. So this was a big episode for Dragon Ball Super. I would say definitely the most important episode from the entire series, not just because Goku has like reached a new level, but because the animation, the artwork, and the action scenes just all looked really good. Probably the best I've seen so far, and definitely the most satisfying. Like every single time Goku landed a hit, or that scene where he was punching and kicking Hit in the face for like a solid 5 seconds before he threw him in the air, flew up, and then hit him one more time, just I felt every single attack like it was right here, like I was the one getting hit by those moves. You want to almost go, ooh, every single time you see those moves, and that's exactly what I was doing in this episode. It was just great, and it's only going to get better from here. Another moment that I did like, which was definitely cheesy, but it does work for a series like this. When Goku finally decided to unleash the Kaio-Ken technique and he went up against Hit, they used the main theme of the series like when he was attacking, and that's an obvious cue for the hero is about to win, but damned if it didn't get me excited, especially that big follow-up with that Kamehameha blast, which looked really good, especially with Goku just like flying up through the technique. It looked really great. The big blinding flash, cut to credits. Damn, what a way to end a great episode of Dragon Ball Super. So what can I say? I absolutely loved this episode. Favorite episode from the entire series, and has really breathed some life into Dragon Ball Super and gives me a lot of hope for its future. This is an episode that all Dragon Ball fans must check out. Action anime fans, also check it out too. You're at least going to see a couple of moments that are pretty freaking kick-ass. So I'm going to give this week's episode a 5 out of 5. I love this one. I'm going to go rewatch it as soon as this review is released. It's that freaking good. But I want to hear from you guys. You guys know that I love this episode, but what about you? Did you like the battle between Goku and Hit? Are you glad that the Kaio-Ken technique has officially returned? What did you think of that big transformation sequence? What do you think is going to happen in the final battle between Goku and Hit in the next episode? And what do you want to see from the rest of Dragon Ball Super? Please tell me in the comment section below. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching this review. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on social media. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby! Goku Goku, the greatest hero from Universe 7, finally goes toe-to-hoe. Toe-to-hoe?